everybody. Charles at Winter NAMM 2013, I think, still, maybe. I'm with Eric, who's, as always, holding it down at the Z.Vex booth here amid all the cacophony. And with grace, I might add. Style and grace. How's things, man?
Things are great.
Cool. You got new stuff?
We got some new stuff to show. They are updated versions of our Seek Wah, Seek Trem, and Ringtone. And what we've got, I'll just kind of walk you through the features. The first obvious thing is there's 16 steps instead of 8. And the next sort of bombshell headline is we have Midi Control, ladies and gentlemen. They can be clocked by an outside source like a drum machine or your Pro Tools session, Ableton Live, that kind of thing. That's been the big deal with these. You know, when we came out with them, everybody flipped. And the first thing they wanted to do naturally is sync them up to stuff, and we didn't have a way to do it until now. So this is a big deal for us. What you're seeing right now is that all three of them are synced to a tap tempo. So if I change this on one of them, the other two will jump with it. That's the tap rate. MIDI clock will override that. So I'm gonna just bear with me. I'm gonna stand up and turn on a drum machine, and you'll see them all jump to that. So now the pulse is coming from the drum machine, and they're all locked to it. When I stop the machine, they're going to wait for instructions, basically, for the clock to start again or for tap tempo to reset them. So now they're just kind of waiting. Now we're on. And that's going super fast. I can change the rate of the multiplied. That's 16 times faster than the tap. If I back this down, we can go all the way down to, that's 1-to-1 ratio, basically. So I can make it, the pulse never changes, but I can change the speed relatively. We can have them going at different speeds. I can have this going super fast while this one's going slow. Or they can all be running at the same speed. You also can go through any number of steps that you prefer. As you can see, right now we're just going through the first two. This allows me to select whatever number. Right now it's going to run to there. Now it's going to do all 16. Now we're back to the first two. Another thing that you can do is you have the ability to, I'm going to reassign the function for this switch so that when I push it, it's going to decelerate until I let go and it'll stay there, or speed up until I let go. So it just goes back and forth. And then here we can speed up from that position. You also have the ability to have Glissando. That's another feature. So what you've got going on now is 4 steps of descending ring modulator tones, where each step has Glissando, so it has a smooth, diving, swooping sound, and then it'll loop back up to the top. That's the highest pitch one. And each one of those steps of Glissando can be independently adjusted, and you can save your preset. We've got 8 memory locations, so if you come up with something super detailed, you can save it to that particular spot, turn the thing off, and not lose it. Got one more thing. This input here is control voltage. So you can use an expression pedal like this one over here, and what that will do is you can change tempo, or you can change the master glissando for the entire unit via that. I've got a junction box splitting one control voltage signal into 3, so I'm controlling all 3 of them at one time. So these are they've got a ton of features, but they're not difficult to use. I'd say the learning curve is, you know, half hour of kind of playing around with it, and you'll pretty much understand what they do.
You can lock yourself up in your bedroom for a while, though, with all the noise this makes, right?
Oh, absolutely. We have given you all we can. And the other new thing this year, we're calling this the Fat Fuzz Factory, one that we have all come to know and love, but you have the addition of 2 settings which will allow low frequencies, super low frequencies to pass. And I'll show you. First thing that you're going to hear is oscillation. That's oscillating. That's what that second position, which is number 1 is standard fuzz factory, 2 is low, 3 is will knock the country off the tectonic plate. Way down there. It's so low that it really can't produce a note. All it can do is kind of click. In the center, this is standard fuzz factory oscillation. And what you can do is I can play with that and against it, and you get kind of almost like a mini Moog sort of synth sound. I'm going to stand up and show you that. Tons of dangerous low-end fun. Sounds awesome on bass. The standard fuzz factory was something that really doesn't go low enough to handle the bottom end of bass. It goes from about 200 hertz and up, and these things go down to the center of the planet basically. We're looking probably 2 to 3 months before they're ready to start shipping. You can expect to pay about $200 for the imported version of it, the Vexter. The sequence pedals, we're probably 6 to 8 months out on those, and you're going to be looking around $300 for the Vexters. Hand-painted version of that will be probably about $450, upper 4 range. Still kind of getting that stuff figured out. And that's what we've got for you.
All right, awesome. Thanks for your time, Eric. Appreciate it, man. Doing damage with Z.Vex. This is Charles signing off for Premier Guitar. Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe. It'll be fun.